Now that we've been able to draw our basic element for this structure, the columns, the beams, and the slabs, we want to have a 3D view of how our structure looks like so far. So to do that, I'll head over to this panel right here on the left hand side and right click on views. You give it a click and right click, and then select 3D physical model. Another way to do that is to also go to the views tab right up here, 3D physical model. Once you give it a click, that view is going to be created in another tab. So this is how our structure looks like so far. So you can orbit around by taking advantage of this navigation wheel right up here. You can just move, click and drag it around to see how your structure looks like. So now our structure is starting to take shape. And the next thing we want to do is to be able to copy these elements to the second and third story. So we're going to insert 2 more stories in addition to this story, this first story, so that we can have 3-story building for our commercial project. So in order to do that, I'll go to the building setouts tab right up here, and then I'll go to stories, click on story operations, and then click on insert story. So I have this dialog box popping up here, and it's asking you for the total number of stories you want to have in your project. So I'll click and then type in 3 and then hit OK, and then hit yes right here. So once it's done, I've been able to insert a total number of 3 stories. The next thing to do is to generate or copy the elements of this first story to the second and third story as well, third floors as well. So to be able to do that, I will go to generate story, and then I'll select my source story as the story 1 or the first story, and then the target story will be second and third. So I will select all the members that I want to copy onto the second and third. So if there are some elements here that I don't want to add, I can uncheck them, taking advantage of these checkboxes right here. So after I've done that, I'll then select my target stories, the second and third stories. So I'll click on story 2, hold on to the control button and click on story 3. So in effect, what I'm doing is I'm selecting and copying all the members in this first story to the second story. Once I'm okay with the selection, the options right here, I'll hit on OK. Then you wait for the software for about 3 to 5 seconds and you have everything generated, as you can see in the preview in the background. So I'll click on close here and then orbit around in our 3D physical model, and this is what we have. Very fast. So the same way, I can decide to do one thing in the first floor and then immediately copy everything to the second and third floor. So this is easy.